Shalom. I want to give all the praise, all the glory, all the honor unto Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushai, Bahashim, Rekakwadash. Double honors goes out to the elder apostles of Great Millstone for teaching me the truth. Also want to acknowledge all the Akia who are pushing the truth with sincerity. All right, so I'm going to just go on a quick one here. 1 Peter 3:1. It says, "Likewise, ye wives, be in subjection to your own husbands, that if any obey not the word, they also may be without the word, be won by the conversation of the wives." All right, so you women, you need to be in full subjection, 100% subjection, submissiveness to your husbands. All right. Verse 2, "While they behold your chaste conversation coupled with fear." All right, let's see. So yeah, it's when you are in submissive to your husband, you literally you are showing not only are you showing obedience, but you're showing the fear of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. All right, and we know that that's the beginning of wisdom, is to have that fear. And chaste conversation, when you look up that word chaste, it says abstaining from extramarital or from all sexual intercourse. Right, you can't be going out on your husband, all right? Like this society allows you and teaches you to, and the vibration is for you to basically, go be a whore out there, all right? With similar words, non-sexual, friendly, innocent, platonic, right? Intact, virgin, virtuous, wholesome, immaculate, modest. These are all characteristics that you should have if you have a husband as a woman. All right. Squeaky clean, upright, you see, undefiled, decent. All right. You women get the point. This is what it is. These are the characteristics of a good wife. All right. Not out there being a whore or posting your tits on Facebook, or, you know what I'm saying, like when you got a husband. Verse 3, "Whose adorning, let it not be that outward adorning of plaiting the hair and wearing of gold, or of putting on of apparel." Yeah, you're adorning. Adorning means you're being made more beautiful, right? And the word says that a woman is made more beautiful when she she adorns herself, when she's submissive and is in order. Okay. So in the eyes of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, you're actually making yourself more beautiful when you're in order. All right. And we're in the time of we're in these last days, so the men who are setting, we're to set the example and teach these women. We need to teach them how they need to be. And if they want to be rebellious, then you just let them go, right? Let's get that in Ecclesiasticus. And I know you, some of you brothers, you love the woman, and if she's wicked as hell, she's wicked, and you gotta, it's not an overnight thing. If you love a woman and she's wicked, hey, sometimes you're gonna deal with more than you'd like to, but Yahweh's gonna put the spirit on you to get away from that woman. If you're a real man of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. This is Ecclesiasticus 25:26. It says, "If she go not as thou wouldest have her, cut her off from thy flesh, and give her a bill of divorce, and let her go." All right. So meaning, if she doesn't get an order, if she doesn't listen to you, if she resists, what you ask her to do, if she comes up against you constantly, she's constantly causing strife and anger. Sometimes you gotta, examine yourself and just say, hey, is this bitch worth having here? You see? Let me go to. Hey, I know women, there's that saying, we can't live with them, we can't live without them. And To an extent, that saying is true, but to a man of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, we have to learn to go without nothing, right? Including our women. If she doesn't want to get in line, because you don't want to have that, trouble in the flesh constantly. It's like the scripture says it's like a dripping faucet, just constantly going, doesn't ever stop. 1 Peter 3 and where are we at? 3. So yeah, you don't want to, if she's over here adorning herself by her hair and she's wearing fancy jewelry or putting on sexy clothing, right? That's not modesty. We read that just as part of the words for chaste is modest, right? Modest apparel, having a long dress that's not going to show her, all her curves and whatnot, And we know, and so do women, they know what modest apparel is. Verse 4. But let it be the hidden man of the heart, in that which is not corruptible, even the ornament of a meek and quiet spirit, which in the sight of the Most High of great price. For after this manner in the old time the holy women also, who trusted in the Most High, adorned themselves, being in subjection unto their own husbands. You see that? I already mentioned that. You adorn yourself being in subjection to your husband, meaning you look even more beautiful when you're in order, when you're in subjection to your husband. And the Most High, he's going to recognize that. You won't be replaced as an elect woman. You're not going to be replaced if you're in order, if you're in subjection to your husband, making yourself look even more beautiful. And even for men who are in the right spirit, we see that. We actually appreciate when you notice a woman and she's in order, man, you appreciate that. But when you see a woman who she's over here trying to treat you better than she treats her own husband, or she's trying to have a conversation with you, that for a man in his right mindset, that's a total turnoff, and you should avoid that at all costs. You see? Verse 6. Even as Sarah obeyed Abraham, calling him Lord, whose daughters ye are, as long as ye do well and are not afraid with any amazement. Right? So humble yourself to the point like Sarah. The scriptures are full of examples, right? And the Bible never lies, right? So Sarah, she called Abraham Lord. You see? When's the last time you heard one of these modern women call their husband Lord? You see? I remember I was selling cars at a dealership one day, and this older couple came in, and they had an example of what we're reading here. The woman was in full subjection, and it was actually, it was yapa to see. It was beautiful to see and to witness, because in the when they came in to buy the car, they were an older couple, but the lady the man, he told me, well, it's for my wife, the car that they were going to get. And as I was showing them a few of the SUVs that they wanted to look at, I asked her which one did she like, and she turned to her husband and she said, oh, well, he is my master. He's going to decide, even though it's my car, he's my master. And, I never seen that before, So, but as a man of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, and the spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, I appreciated that. I appreciated seeing that, Then you have the contrast. You have the women who are loud and obnoxious, and they say, oh, well, happy wife, happy life, and it's all about me, me, me. That spirit is the total opposite. It's not an attractive spirit to a righteous man. To a wicked man, yeah, that'll work, that kind of attitude. But to the righteous man, you look down on that. You despise that, But let me see. Oh yeah, I was gonna look up that word, Lord. Yeah, and these are, so I looked up the word Lord, and it just says someone or something having power, authority, or influence, a master or ruler, you see? And that's what she was doing. She was calling him her master. And, hey, in the kingdom, these women, they're going to be calling us Lord. They're going to be calling us master, you know? Similar words are ruler, leader, chief, superior, monarch, king, captain, you see? So, you know, that's how these women, they're going to be addressing us as Lord in the kingdom, right? So, verse 7. Likewise, ye husbands, dwell with them according to knowledge, giving honor unto the wife as unto the weaker vessel, and as being heirs together of the grace of life, that your prayers be not hindered, right? And so, men in the truth, the men of Yahweh Shem Yashai, if you have a wife, dwell with her according to knowledge, according to the knowledge of the scriptures, the things that we know, right? Understanding that she's the weaker vessel, understanding that the demons are going to jump on her more than more than they attack you, especially a woman who's with the man of Yahweh Shem Yashai. The demons are going to be heavy on those women. All right. So we gotta dwell, meaning live with these women according to knowledge, right? Meaning, you got to teach them. The women must be instructed, right? Let's get that real quick. Oh shit, Salakia. A woman well instructed. Let me grab this verse. It's in the, I think it's in, Ecclesiasticus 26:14. It says, "A silent and loving woman is a gift of Yahweh, and there is nothing so much worth as a mind well instructed." Right? So a woman who's willing to be instructed, who's willing to be taught according to this knowledge, according to this truth, according to this wisdom, this is a gift from Yahweh, it says, right? And right now, like I say, we're in Babylon, we're in the flesh. These women, it's so hard for them to be in line, be in order. But the scriptures does speak about elect women, right? Let me actually read 15 and 16 also. It says, "A shamefaced and faithful woman is a double grace, and her continent mind cannot be valued." Right? "As the sun when it ariseth in the high heaven, so is the beauty of a good wife in the ordering of her house." See that? So a good wife, man, is a true blessing from Yahweh Shem Yahushai. You see? But, we always have to remember they're the weaker vessel. We got to teach these women, and when they don't understand it, hey, remember, they're a weaker vessel. What did Solomon say? I actually read it in my lesson last night. Let me see if I can find it real quick. He found one man out of 1,000. He couldn't find that one woman who could understand and grasp this knowledge entirely. Oh yeah. Ecclesiastes 7:28, it says, "Which yet my soul seeketh, but I find not. One man among 1,000 have I found, but a woman among all those have I not found." You see? So they're not going to be able to grasp the entire truth, right? Only the elect, only the prophets are the ones who can learn the entire song, as it tells you in Revelation 14 and was it 3 or 4? But you can't, they're the weaker vessels. So yes, you hold them accountable. Yes, you teach them, and if they have questions, they should ask us at home, the husbands, right? It's not proper for a woman to be learning the scriptures from a man who's not her husband, you see? Let me get that real quick. And, a lot of these women, especially like these Christian women who they think Yahweh's dealing with them. They think God's dealing with me, but they don't. Yahweh's not dealing with you because you want to learn the scriptures from the marriage counselor, or you want to learn the scriptures from the pork chop eating pastor. And you're supposed to learn from your husband at home according to the scripture. You see? So when you show these women some of these scriptures that I'm reading, they're going to be at odds with you. They're not going to receive it. And again, they're not in they're in the flesh, so they've been taught lies, so it's hard for these women to break away from their bad habits, right? That that the world has embedded in them, right? This is 1 Corinthians 14:35. It says, and if talking about the women, right? You know what? Let's start right here at 34. It says, 1 Corinthians 14:34. Let your woman keep silence in the churches, for it is not permitted unto them to speak, but they are commanded to be under obedience, as also saith the law. These Christian women, you read this verse to them, they'll make up some type of excuse, or they'll say you're taking it out of context. They'll make a million excuses on why they don't have to follow this rule, right? And if you're dealing with a woman like that, man, you know better than just, if you're a man in this truth, a man of Yahweh Bashim Yoshai, you know better just to move on from that woman, all right? Verse 35, and if they will learn anything, let them ask their husbands at home, for it is a shame for women to speak in the church. Exactly. It's a shame for you to open up your mouth in the church. Go home and ask your husband. Don't ask a random man or the pastor at your church or the marriage counselor who's trying to pop you. You see? This is why when the women come up to the camps, rarely do we deal with them. But if we do decide to deal with a woman that comes to the camp, what's the first thing we ask her? We ask her if she's married. And the answer is yes. Then we say, hey, then you need to go ask your husband. We don't want to be out of order on your behalf. You see? So, I don't know. The Spirit jumped on me. I wanted to do a quick lesson, and it turned out to be on these women. So I hope the lesson was edifying. I'm going to go ahead and close out with that. I want to give all the praise, all the glory, all the honor unto Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushai, Bahashim, Rikakwadash. Double honors goes out to the other apostles of Great Millstone for teaching me the truth. Also, want to acknowledge all the Akyam who are pushing the truth with sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth. Shalom to the elect.